longevity means so much to folks today, and having a clean colon makes it so that longevity is possible.
I really try to cleanse my spirit all the time, so that I'm not carrying negative energy. I don't harbor anger.
A lot of times things disappear within 24 to 48 hours that we spend a lot of time having a concern about.
We are energy beings. We are processing machines. What comes into our bodies determines how we operate. How we take in things in our bodies determines how we operate.
And one day I was talking with a man about somebody else, and I said, my husband said I was too fat. And this person said, too fat for what? And it solved all my problems.
Sister Secrets, the body, mind, and spirit show where dynamic, creative women share their secrets and tell it like it really is. Sister Secrets shows you, the natural woman, how to look great at any age and make the right choices. Sharp, sassy, savvy sisters, join me, Anita Bryant, to explore healing, spirituality, relationships, and positive thinking. Take a deep breath and exhale. This is your time.
Hello, I'm Anita Bryant, and I'm so happy that you've joined us for Sister Secrets, the Body, Mind, and Spirit show. Each week, I'll have my sister sages here with me who are so wise. They're going to be telling us the keys to a healthy body, a creative mind, and a connective spirit.
When you're stressed, you're asking questions all the time.
Yeah. Yes,
exactly.
Exactly.
But most of the time, we don't listen.
That's right. For the answer.
For the answer. Mm-hmm. Prayer is the asking, meditation is the listening.
Right. And it's stilling yourself long enough to be able to hear what the answer is, because you will get them so clearly. Mm-hmm. And it may be the checkout woman in the grocery store. It may be your best friend picks up the phone and calls you, and the answers come through others, as well as listening for that intuitiveness within ourselves. The more that we ask and then listen and are aware in the present moment of what everyone has to say to us, all of a sudden you get the answers, and they keep coming at you, just hitting you in the face.
Mm-hmm. So we're talking to ourselves. Is it important to have positive self-talk? I mean, not only to ask the question, but have a conversation with ourselves?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's helpful to actually write down some of the things that go through your mind, because at the beginning of the process, you don't realize the beliefs that you're carrying.
Right.
And I think about when you're doing that process of asking yourself, so many of us go to doctors to ask them, well, what do you think?
So many people are caught up with the shoulds, I must, these sorts of things, that they get trapped, and they don't realize that all of this may be working against them both emotionally as well as physically. Mm-hmm. And our culture has certain kinds of values and that sort of thing that make us feel like there's only one way to be, or one best way to be, whether it's you need to be 90 pounds and 6 feet tall as a woman, or whether you need to have muscles, or you need to have a lot of corporate power, or whatever these values are. If that goes against that internal knowledge of this is not the essence of who I am or who I want to be, then we get into problems. So helping in medicine the resident and the student to listen to that patient, and they're talking about one thing, but hearing the message behind the words is very important.
But sometimes we're so beaten down by fear that we can't trust our voices. We said, well, I've made so many terrible decisions before, what makes me think that this is? How do we build that trust in ourselves, and in essence, at the same time, build our self-esteem? Cynthia, thanks for inviting Sister Secrets to Hazelbrand Farm. I feel so invigorated when I come out here. It's a gorgeous day. I mean, we hear the birds and the chickens and all of that. I mean, I can see, even though you're at the AJC as a vegetarian columnist, you really walk the walk and talk the talk out here at the farm.
To.
Indeed. How did you get involved in this?
Well, I was a farm girl. I grew up on a farm, and after a few years in the city, I said, I can't take it anymore. I have to get back home. So we found this beautiful spot and There weren't fences. There was nothing out here. And an empty barn.
An empty barn that you can convert it to a house, right?
Yes, yes, the hayloft.
Yes,
but,
it's beautiful.
When we saw this place, we said, this is it. This is perfect. We felt something going on here that we knew would be right.
Well, I can feel it too. I mean, but doing organic farming is a massive undertaking. I mean, it's body, soul kind of a thing. What is special about organic farming?
We work with nature. We don't try to subdue it. We are not trying to get rid of every weed, every bug, everything that doesn't exactly fit in the row. We feel that everything has its place, and the synergy of everything working together makes the plants more vital, makes the food more vital. And of course, we don't use the pesticides and the things that are causing the cancers and so on. We're very aware that the food that we grow needs to nourish us in every possible way.
And so you put the loving care into it.
Yes,
it's
we
a
try
lot
to.
of extra work.
Yes, it is.
I mean, what are some of the criterion for belonging to the Georgia Organic Growers Association?
Well, first of all, you have to have clean land for at least 3 years, no pesticides. We fill out a very detailed plan each year to get certified with everything, our plan for erosion, our plan for bugs. Everything that we do has to be documented. So there's a lot of extra work that goes into getting that tomato to the market.
Well, you know, there's a popular saying now, how would God do it? When you're here, do you feel the spirit of God here?
There's no question. No question. You know, just being in this environment, the sun is hotter, the wind is windier, the rain rains harder. Everything is bigger here, and you feel the energy of the universe. Anita, here I have clary sage. It's a different sage plant, and this is really important for the skin. It's great for mature skin, and it's great for just general skin inflammations. I use a lot of clary sage in my soaps. This is oregano, and behind it you can see this entire bank of rosemary.
Those are huge bushes.
Are they beautiful? Those are about 5 years old. And rosemary oil is very antibiotic.
Is it?
Like tea tree oil.
Is
It's
it?
very clean. It helps bring the circulation to the skin. It's a wonderful herb for the skin.
So when you use it in your soaps, it has that property, and you can also
Absolutely.
use it just straight out the garden.
Oh, yes, and cooking with it, you know, it gives you the same.
From the
feels-
inside out.
Absolutely. The thing people don't know about skin, they say, oh, I've got a skin problem, I've got a rash, or I've got eczema or something. So many of the skin problems start internally. They start with your liver. If you cleanse your liver, it often cleanses your skin.
Linda Calandro, you specialize in cooking and healing with whole foods. What exactly are whole foods?
Whole foods are the way we find foods in nature and the parts of them that are edible for us. And many of the parts that we take off are things that have nutrients like the hulls and different parts of the flowers and the plants. And we can eat them all, and they all have nutritional value, lots of vitamin C, vitamin E, different things. So we went around in the garden today, and we brought some things out of the garden.
Beautiful salad. I mean, almost too pretty to eat. It's gorgeous.
And one of the things that's important is that when you make foods, that they taste as good as they look, so people want to eat them again. And we have some wild violet leaves which regenerate and tone the female organ system and the female body. So we've added those. We've picked some of the strawberries that you tasted
That I loved,
in the field,
yes.
and some of the flowers. And you can place the flowers like on a mint leaf or a violet leaf so that they stay up on top.
But what do the flowers do then?
Well, the flowers have different nutrients also.
Really?
So they're the flower, they have the pollen. A lot of times people will buy bee pollen and take bee pollen. Well, here's the pollen in natural form and hasn't been processed. It has no chemicals on it, no pesticides. So, and it makes it look pretty, and it gives us a variation in what we eat, so we don't have to just eat like 3 things.
And then with the salad, we took some things that we were talking about in the garden. We didn't actually see the carrots but
Right.
these are actually products from the garden that
From the root
from the root
vegetable
garden.
area.
Okay,
Right.
that we're going to now put that you have put actually
Right.
in this
is
soup.
a Thai spring vegetable soup, and you can see all the,
Oh, you do?
the
The carrots.
vegetables in there, the carrots, the onions, the burdock root, the turnip, and different herbs.
Well, why don't we start to eat?
go over and
Take everything. Right, I'll take this.
thanks.
And, the salad dressing is already over here. Okay, and we will be joining Margaret and Cynthia, our farmers.